Hi, and welcome back to the channels, guys. As you can tell, today we are reviewing the show Q-Force. I just binge watched the first 10 episodes of Season 1, and I got something to say. Now, at first, when I saw the trailer for this, I was outraged like everyone else was, and I thought, oh, this is just a bad stereotype. Why are you doing this? This is not very good. But then I saw it, I was like, hey, it's Q-Force, it was released. Let's watch it. And well, let's just say I love it. I didn't expect it to be that good, and I know some people have different opinions about it, but I genuinely like it. I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, they're gay for no reason, but they're gay just because they're gay. And it's like, oh, why is they called Q-Force? It's because, this video does have spoilers, by the way, so I'm about to go into spoiling territory. If you don't want to hear about spoilers, since the show just came out, you can not watch my video, so fair warning about that. The characters, the reason they're called the Q-Force is because they're all, queer. They're part of the LGBTQ+. And the reason that is because the AIA, the people they work with, are homophobic as fuck. Seriously, they are super homophobic. They use the warning, spoiler, if you're still watching this, spoiler alert, the grayscale, which I was like, grayscale, and then I realized, oh, now that I think about it, it's about washing away the rainbow that they have. And so I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And so when that did happen, I was like, oh my, that's really messed up, because they're, quote-unquote, not normal. But when I actually quite enjoyed seeing the, diversity of the cast and everything. Even though it may not seem like it, there are characters, like gays, lesbians, straights, bis. There's non-gender people, neutral, they, them pronouns. And they do play off with some jokes on it, and I fully understand that, and I actually quite laughed at a couple of them. And I felt like I fell in love with the characters, actually. I can't remember the names, but I do have a website open. Merriweather. I was actually surprised that he mentioned in the first episode of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which is a military thing back in the day, or I think it's still around, of you didn't ask, no one asked for it, so don't tell them. And so after that, they realized they're going to have a main leader that is gay, and I feel like the AIA is basically a cis people's place where all the straight men go that are dicks. They're all dicks. That's what they are. And when I believe his name is Buck. I thought it was Bruce. That is like the most cis name I have ever heard. Buck. Ironically, I am a buck because I'm a deer. But I'm not like him. I support. And so I'm like, oh, he's a lot more opening, and you learn about why he's not opening about his feelings and such, because he was kept on getting taken back to the agency because of that. And they feel like really sad and everything. And they, at the very end of, still spoiler warning here, if you don't want to get spoiled for the last episode, a plot twist happens, and it's the princess that's evil. And I'm just like, what? Why? How? I guess that it doesn't make much sense because it just comes out of the blue, but also, I mean, I'm not surprised. I guess some hints were put in there because of how the way they ran the country and everything. And why, it's just like, oh, an army of gay people being mind controlled with party hats. That just seems funny. And I really like the characters of Deb, Twink, Stat. I really like Stat. I connected the Stat, especially with the AI thing. It's like, aww, she fell in love with the AI, which is kind of weird. If you think about it, just imagine you fall in love with guess that's what fanships are. You fall in love with the characters. But I didn't think it is just strange. Also, warning guys, this cartoon is not made for kids. Trust me, I saw some inappropriate things. They do the naughties. They do the Satan's tango, if you get what I mean. But it's just like, oh, like, all of them are representations of something, you know? And at first I thought, oh, Twink's a girl. I'm like, oh, that must be a girl then, and then I was like, oh, wait, it's a boy! And I'm like, oh, I guess that makes sense. I'm just wondering how she got those things, though. Or he got those things. I understand that he's a drag queen, and he is one fabulous of a drag queen. And I'm just like, you just have those always on handy? I mean, it makes sense since you are the first person to go in disguise with, but it's still kind of interesting. Buck does get some character development through the show for the first season. I am hoping this gets more than one season because it is really good. And I feel like, oh, so what, like, did Buck's straight? And when he gets mind controlled, he's just like dumb. When he's mind controlled, he's just like, oh, princess, I need to pee. I hope he didn't pee his pants. Oh, just imagine that at a wedding. You just hear a little tinkle noise, and you just look at the prince, and he's just peed. That'd be kind of funny. But her twist is kind of weird. It feels like it was out of nowhere, and I guess it kind of was. And like the twist of it in the very beginning with V and everything, of her like not having certain part of her memories and everything, it's just like, oh, what happened with her? Did she did something bad happen? And then we figure out with Karen, it's not with a K actually, it's like a C. You know, that weird kind of way of spelling Karen, but she's not actually a Karen. It's quite surprising. It's like Caryn. That's like that kind of spelling to Karen. I don't know why it's spelled like that. That's just so weird. And of course, the main kind of, I guess you can call him a villain, Chungli. Dirk Chungli. He is definitely homophobic. I can tell you this. He didn't even know that his secretary, Desk, I think that's her name, is openly gay. And he is severely mistreated. Seriously, woman, go get yourself a better job. Go back to Survivor. You did so much better on there. It's just like, oh, I guess that makes sense. It's not every person is openly and saying that they're gay, or they're LGBT, or they're trans, or anything. You don't have to be still part of the community. Some people are still closeted like that. And that's perfectly fine for them. And if they don't want to come out yet, don't let them come out yet, because let them take their time. You can't rush a flower growing. And of course, oh my gosh, I forgot her name already. This is why I have the wiki open. Deb. I really liked her. I really liked her wife, Pam, and I really liked the barbecue episode because it's just like, you see the community. Like, this show does rely a lot on the community. It's like, oh, the community is heart and soul, and when the cops were evil in that episode, oh, not evil, and it was in a different episode where the scooter explodes, killing off one of the bi characters, which is, you know, like, we do have bi representation still. He's just dead by a freak accident. I don't think they meant to do it like that, but it was a freak accident with a scooter, and I'm just like, wait. Now I'm thinking about it. How did the scooter explode? Did all of the scooters have a rigging bomb on them? Why? It's like, oh, guys, hold on. You accidentally just blow up all the scooters. Well, poop. There goes our scooter business. It's like, okay, though, are you pandering? Like, in the trailer when they say, stop pandering to the gays, it's like they can smell it. It's actually a joke to Buck, because he was trying to get another Miner Man from the episode where the uranium stuff. He was trying to get him seductive with them, and he went into radiated water, and he had to be cleaned. It's just like, yes, this is perfect time to try to seduce a man. I'm gonna go swim in this glowing ooze. I wouldn't be surprised if he got, like, a superpower or something. Like, oh, he like got testicular cancer or something. He got boob cancer. Man boob cancer, that's what he got by swimming in that thing. And then the ex-miners got angry, so they decided to blow it up. Like, just find a different job. I understand that was your living work, but you didn't have to blow it up. Like, just destroy the robots. It's so weird. And then it's like, oh, there's, I actually think, I don't remember the name of it, but it's like, there's only them on the west side, and we're like not on the west side. I'm like, oh, that's quite interesting. If that's true, then wow. I mean, maybe I actually seen the company. I'm surprised how many products are actually in this show, because they actually do mention a couple. But I feel like the show isn't pandering anyone. It's just like, oh, they're just gay superheroes that, and there's just wacky hijinks that ensue around that. It's like that show where, like, it's like shows, like, oh, they're all kids, and all the puzzles and such are, like, kids designed, like, when the kids next door kind of theme to it. But gayer. And, like, it's not like, oh, like, yeah, there's some scenes where it's like that stereotypical white gay, but it's like at the Pride Parade at the end of the season, like at episode 10 where the Pride Parade is, and at least it goes with the plot because she wants that, because I guess it's from the start of this, like, from her life that she wanted that, because she's like, oh, we support all LGBTQ plus allies here, so that makes kind of sense why there would be a Pride Parade there. But other than that, I really do like the show. I feel like some things can be improved on, like the timing of the episodes and everything, and how the show is run. Like, it's fine, but I feel like if different things could work out. I'm hoping that, like I said previously, I hope this thing does get a second season, because it's really fun to watch, and I would really want more of the characters. Like, I really want to see what happens with the relationship with Mary, the main character. I really want to see what happens with that, because it is, like, really sweet. Like, oh, so cute. And I mean, whoa, boy, I felt giddy when I was watching this. Like, I felt like I was connecting to the characters, and I felt like I could be in that show, and I'm like, I would enjoy being in it. It's surprising how, like, I thought, oh, they're gonna kill off one of the main characters or something, or one of them's gonna get hurt, because, like, that trope, because for some reason, back in the day, when movies were around, like, older movies, and, like, gay people are in there, something's always bad gotta happen to them. They can't just live a happy life. They gotta somehow die, lose a job, lose everything, somehow get AIDS or something. It made no sense. It's like, oh no, I suddenly combusted into flames. It's the power of Christ. Even though God supports gay people because he cares for everyone. Don't be a bigot. Let me pet my cat. Yeah. My cat says support LGBT rights. Yes, Rascal. Yes, you do. And I do too. And I feel like this show does not pander to the gays. I feel like it's an honest show that the people actually who worked on it cared about the characters and everything, because you can feel how the characters would react. Because yeah, Pam would obviously be worried about her wife and the other way around. Because it's like, oh, you just got kidnapped for stealing uranium. Well, I'm obviously not going to be doing this anymore because my wife just got kidnapped. So obviously I'm going to quit, which makes sense. And then when oh, hold on, let me get my, I can't, gosh dang, see a thing because the light's off. Oh, this is so awkward. There we go, I was drinking it the wrong way anyways. Sweet tea. And this video has been sponsored by Sweet Tea. I'm just joking, I have no sponsors. If anyone was willing to sponsor me, I would gladly take your money. I mean, yeah, I'll gladly take your money so I can make more videos. I'll, like, fix up my room to actually have a good mic quality setup, because I'm sorry guys that my mic's been bad. But I was just saying about Q-Force. V is a great character, and I feel like there's more to her. Like, yeah, we learned about her and her past, with Karen and everything, but I feel like she is straight, right? I think, yeah, she is. She is straight, but it's just like, you're teetering on that lesbian relationship. You go, queen. Or she could be bi. I don't judge, lesbian or bi. And you can see like different representations. Not all the characters are like hot. You see like different body types and everything, and you see different ways of people, how they treat different kinds of people in there. Like the AIA is really homophobic and really not very allied. They're anti-ally, okay? But it's in West Hollywood, and I don't know if that's true. Like, is West Hollywood very gay? I'm hoping it is. I would like to visit that then. I would love to meet some gay people. I live in the South, so as you know, the Southerners are we're opening, yes. It doesn't really matter. Like, I met a gay guy once. Like, technically I am gay, so, yeah. That's why I probably connected a lot to the main character. Very funny. But I'm like, wow, is it really like that there? I mean, minus the, exploding scooters and the sex things, and I mean, yeah, the sex things are there, but I mean, like, cop rings. I'm hoping what's going on in the TV show isn't really happening in West Florida. I mean, Hollywood. Oh, if it was happening in West Florida, it would be just people wrestling alligators 99% of the time. Oh no, q-force, go! There's another croc hitting a kid! Oh no! No, that's a joke. I'm saying psych right now, if you want me to say psych. I hope no kid gets eaten by a crocodile. I mean, no kid actually, kids do get eaten by crocodiles, but I mean not in West Florida. Because it's alligators, not crocs, so. This is kind of getting off topic. But, I feel like Stat, though, is like a mood for me. On the tvtropes.org, she's robot sexual. Okay. Kinda, yeah. I guess that's a real thing. I'm hoping it's not, because she is the fake character. And if anyone is robot sexual, what are you? I'm not questioning it, I'm just curious of what it's about. Because it's just like, oh, you love a robot. Then there's Twink, which is amazing, and I can't wait to get more of her past, because there's bits and pieces of it where she was in the circus, which is really interesting, because I'm like, oh, you lived in the circus, which explains a few things, I guess, but it's like she has like some dramatic stress from that, and it's obvious because when Buck is like, oh, you're nothing but a clown, she gets some flashbacks and stress from it, which that really should be mentioned, because that can be a triggering moment for her if it's like that bad. So I think Buck learned from that and didn't really do much after that for her, but it's still kind of weird, he's like, oh, just put on a fake mustache and call yourself a different name. What if you just put a mustache on me? Would I look any different? Yeah, because a deer, I guess I wouldn't wear a mustache. I'm more of a beard kind of person. But still, it's just like, putting a mustache on is not really going to change yourself, because, you still look like the same person, just with a mustache. Tea, nice tea. And then there's Deb, which is a butch. She's a butch lesbian. And then there's Merriweather, or Steve. I don't feel like the characters are being forced into the stereotypes. They just feel like characters. They feel human. And when he did the speech, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because, like, you would want to tell your peers that you are gay, so I guess that makes sense, but then it's like, oh, no, you can't be gay in this, like, and that makes sense, and when you learn on later, like, with the Grayscale Project and everything, of where the characters are being forced into doing this when they don't want to, it's just really sad, because they are just being who they are, and then they're forced to do that with the metal braces and foot pills. It's like, why did they call him foot pills? You could just say he's a chiropractor. And be like, oh, it's for pain pills. It's just more or less kind of weird. And then the guy's just like, in that episode, I can't remember his name, gosh dang it. He's like, oh, you're not taking me alive. And he tries to use a cyanide pill, which is quite surprising. I don't know why it has a little skull on it. It's like, oh yes, the death pill. We obviously need to put a skull on it. Actually, yeah, I guess that makes some sense, so we wouldn't give it someone the wrong thing. So, okay. And after that didn't work, he just jumped out. It's like, oh my word. Well, there goes him. We never hear about that again. Unless, like, the $10,000 or $100,000 she stole off of him, which I guess she could have done that. But it's just more or less kind of awkward. Like, it's just like, yes, someone died on my birthday. Amazing. It was her birthday, too, and, like, I wish they did, like, a little after credits thing to, like, at the end of the episode where they went out and celebrated her birthday, or his birthday, or their birthday. That'd be kind of interesting. Because it's just like, oh, it's their birthday. I'm guessing this takes over a couple of months, actually. So I guess that makes sense why things feel like they're spread it out. Like, the funeral is probably, like, a few months in after the main character starts a relationship. And then at the very ending, he gets with them again. But I feel like, oh my word, he accidentally hurt him and he felt sorry for him. Like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. They're like one of my OTPs now. I hope I'm one of the few people who are reviewing this, I know. Because the trailers, I feel like they could have done better with the trailers with this show. Because it made it seem like it's a really bad show. Now, I understand it was probably to bring people in to make them like, what in the hell is this? What? I'm gonna watch this to see how bad it is. But it actually wasn't. It was actually surprisingly good. But I feel like I really want more of this show. Please, Netflix, I am begging you from the bottom of my heart. Please give us more of this, and please give us more representation. Give us trans allies, give us bi allies, give us non-binary allies, give us they, them, give us some more stupid cis people to punch, please. I'm not saying all people in the show that are cis are bad. I'm just saying give us more bad guys that are cis to punch. Or gay people. You can't be exclusive. Remember, it's always a good thing to have inclusivity, but don't do it too much. Because sometimes too much is a bad thing. You know, it's like eating cheese. Too much of cheese can be a bad thing. You know, oh, I'm gonna eat 80 wheels of cheese now, and now I'm gonna be fat. It's like too much of a good thing can become a bad thing. So I like the balance. It's really nice, because you don't feel like, oh, it's always like that. But at the very end, where all the, I've had a boop in my butt thing from the trailer, it happened at the very end, and it was just a played us off a hand joke. It was more or less of, oh, haha, very funny kind of moment for the trailer, nothing really more. Like, you had to cut it from that one thing, and it would just been fine. But of course, like, a lot of the characters are really nice and everything, and I really like the designs of them. Like, as I said, there is multiple different bodies of people, you know, you feel like with modern times, you know, like, back in the day, it used to be just one body type in all cartoons, and it was just, like, very skinny, very handsome, but now you get multiple body types with multiple personalities, and you can find someone in the show that you can connect to, and it feels very great. There's no one-off thing that you can, like, there's a lot of things that are bad about the show. You know, you could say that it's too gay, it's too this, too that, but just enjoy it, why don't you? Just have fun with it. Not everything has to be serious. Like, I understand, like, some things like Teen Titans Go, which I am probably not going to review it, because I personally do not like the show. Not because it's a reboot, just because of how dumb it is. And I know it's meant for kids, but kids aren't that stupid. You have to remember, kids are actually pretty smart. If you give them the stuff, they can figure out themselves. If it's, like, meant for toddlers and it's teaching them ABCs, then, you know, maybe a little bit dumb, that's fine, but not too dumb. But, like, Teen Titans Go, it just plays off of fart jokes alone. I'm pretty sure there's a compilation. And also, is a weird part in one of the episodes that I remember, where a man is wearing a diaper is on a leash. Why? Just why? That's not even part of Q-Force. I'm pretty sure there is people who like doing that collar stuff, but in Teen Titans Go, that is just weird. And if I understand the Knights, I'm planning to do a review on the Knights Begin to Shine special for those, because of the episodes that I really quite enjoyed because of the art style and the way it's played. If they did like a show like that and based the series off of that, like in with Kame, that show could go amazing. Like a supervillain of the week kind of thing, but they're all based around like types of different genre of music. That could be really cool. But for my in-review analysis, I would recommend it. For straight, cis, I guess I just said it twice, whoops. For cis, LGBTQ+, people who don't really fit in, anyone, just give it a watch. It's not that bad, and once you watch it, you can get your own opinion about it. If you feel like it's a terrible show, then comment down below. If you like the show, you can still comment down below. If you actually like the show and want to watch me do more reviews, hey, please just leave a like, comment. Again, just comment more. Tell me anything you want. And subscribe to my channel, because I'm hoping when I get 100 subscribers, I can do a Q&A with you guys. Because I know you probably guys don't have a lot of questions about me, but I want to get your questions anyways. So please, do leave that stuff down in the comments and such. I hope I get to see you guys next time when I do a review, or probably next time, because I'm going to be posting my Undertale videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and bye!